What's up, everybody? It's Nikita Fajita. I'm that VR treadmill girl. If you've never seen me before, I've done more miles on a VR treadmill than any other content creator ever that I know about, and I've been venturing into weird VR. Yes, I'm on a trampoline. This video is about your very own VR home gym. Not safety rated, but it's cool. And yeah, you can play on a trampoline in virtual reality if you want to. And I'm gonna show you how to do it and how to make it sort of safe, but you know, do it at your own risk. And I tested like 5 different pieces of equipment, and I'll tell you the pros and cons of all of them and which I think is best and which I think you should pass on. So what makes this a DIY VR home gym? It's DIY because nobody's done this before and you're doing it yourself. These are katlocos trackers from KatVR. I put one on each ankle and then one around my midsection right here. And then I just take any piece of gym equipment where my feet are moving back and forth, and boom, you can use it in virtual reality to move around. So VR home gym. So this thing is perfect, just perfect for the katlocos, because the katloco wants to see your feet moving back and forth, and this is doing exactly that. So you just do this and you're gonna march in the game. Though I do recommend that you turn up the sensitivity for walking in the KatVR software to faster, because this is not how it's intended to be used. How is the katloco intended to be used? It's intended to be used like this, in one spot on the floor. So we're using it differently than it was made to be used, but it works. The KatVR software is plug and play. It's super easy to use. You don't have to mess with anything really, except, you know, making it more sensitive if you want it more sensitive, which I do recommend because we're using it differently than it's intended. But you just add any Steam VR game in there and it works. I've only had 2 games not work with it before, and one is Borderlands 2, and the other one was a UEVR title, and if you don't know what that is, it's advanced getting into injecting games into virtual reality. But everything else I have tried ever, and I've been doing this a long time, has worked with the KatVR where you can move in a straight line. Oh, I need to hop away. Hop, hop, hop. You hop. We're just... I'm just hopping away! I unalived. Okay, understood. This is a trampoline, a little at-home trampoline that people get to work out on, and they usually just hold the bar and go wee, you know, stuff like that. You can do it in VR. Pros of this setup: it's very bouncy, it's very fun. It is the most fun out of everything on this list. Cons: it's kind of bulky to have in your house. This does fold down, but it's still kind of bulky because the legs are sticking out and whatnot. It doesn't look really safe, now does it? But I assure you it is fairly safe. I say that. I haven't fallen off of it, and I've used it a couple times. So as long as you have at least one hand on the bar, you should be good. Also for me, I stream and I have my chat planted in one spot, so I always know where I'm pointed. So the bar with the chat together help me to know which way I'm pointed. But if I got turned around like this, I'd probably fall off of it. So please be very careful if you do this. Make sure you are holding onto the bar. But it felt pretty safe, and it feels the best out of everything. It really does, and it's a really, really good workout, high intensity. So to use the locomotion properly, you're gonna wanna do like this. Like high knees type of thing, okay? If you jump like this, sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't work. And that's because the locomotion wants to see the feet moving like that. It wants to see them moving back and forth, okay? Even if it's up and down or up or like that. It doesn't want to see both the feet moving in the same direction, like that. Another con is I look ridiculous, but it is really, really, really fun. Just trust me. It's actually pretty stable because your feet stay in one spot the whole time. You really don't feel like you're gonna fall. My feet, they don't slip at all. There's traction at the bottom.
Says, oh hi, I'm back.
This is a Stair Stepper. Okay, it's cheap. I think it was less than $100. I'm gonna link everything underneath the video for you to find it. You can get any of this on Amazon. I got most of it from the TikTok shop just because it was a little bit cheaper, but you know, it's a little more sketchy to get things off the TikTok shop. So get what you want, but make sure it has a bar on it, okay? Because you're gonna want something to hold on to. And, you know, I don't really need to show you how to use this, but Just move your feet back and forth and you'll move in the game. I highly, highly, highly recommend this thing if you want to get a high intensity workout in virtual reality on the cheap. Okay, so a katlocos is $160 with my coupon. Okay, the coupon is Nikita, by the way. And then this is like $100. So less than $300, you got a cool VR locomotion rig. All right, super cool. Very high intensity workout though. Okay, this is gonna work out all your butt muscles and your leg muscles. I also recommend that whatever you get it foldable. See, now I can just like rest up against the wall, and honestly, I'm just putting everything in my closet. But I have 5 pieces of equipment and all of it fits in my closet really easy because I got everything that's foldable. I didn't buy it if it wasn't foldable, even the trampoline, but trampoline's a little bulky anyway. Oh my god, oh my god. It's so fast. Why is it so fast? Why am I going sideways? You know what? Why it's probably going so fast?
Aurora says you need a belt to connect to the front part law.
What do you mean? I need that back. Wow. I think I'm hitting a button or something. There is a belt. You gotta just take tiny steps. Ooh. You don't want to like stop on it because like you lean too much and it starts. This is a manual treadmill. I don't recommend a manual treadmill. Yes, I have seen the DIY VR treadmill guy. I still don't recommend it. No shade towards that creator. I think it's cool that he got it to work at all. But manual treadmills just suck, okay? They don't accelerate very good, and it's very like it goes really fast and then really slow. And yes, I have tried to adjust the tension and everything, but I don't recommend it because I feel like there's a learning curve to just learning your treadmill. And 100% I'm gonna fly off of this thing. I walked on it a little bit in Slime Rancher. I don't recommend it. I really don't. I feel like it's really unsafe compared to everything else on this list. And why would I do this when I could do the other cool stuff if I'm just facing one direction anyway? I just don't see a point in it. The katlocos does work with it, so you can walk, but it's delayed. I bet you can tune it a little bit in their software, but again, I don't want to deal with the learning curve, so I doubt you want to deal with the learning curve of the treadmill and the software for that, so I don't recommend a manual treadmill. It does fold up nicely though, and I bet you could tune it to you so it would be more usable, and you could tune the software if you really wanted to. If you do use a manual treadmill, I don't recommend that you do the VR treadmill DIY guys thing, not because I don't like the guy, but because you have to go through weird software and remap things, and that's annoying. And it also only works on a limited VR library, where if you use the katlocos or katlocos, you basically have every game in the Steam library you can play without any fuss, and you don't have to do any remapping. It's plug and play. Oh, you're gonna attack me. It attacked me, guys. You saw it. This is a stationary bike, a cheap one that I got, and it folds up a little bit. It's still kind of bulky, but it folds up. And I played Fallout on this, and it felt right. Okay, it really feels like I'm just riding a bicycle in VR. It felt really good, okay? I do recommend you do this if you like stationary bikes. It did feel low intensity though, okay? I have it like cranked all the way up, and it wasn't really breaking a sweat too much. I mean, it was pushing me a little bit, but if you want to have a challenge, I would go with the trampoline or the stair stepper. But this is nice to just chill out, play a game on a bicycle. I really like it and I recommend it. Let's go. We have to run pretty far, but luckily this machine is not a huge workout. I'm just moving my feet, to be honest. A stair climber though, oh my god, that shit's hard. This is a Strider, like, elliptical-like thing, okay? I don't recommend this machine in general because this is it's kind of lame. Look at this. You just move your feet like this. Like, you could go like this, but I'm not getting much out of that. There's no resistance or anything. You can't move your feet like this, though, which I guess could be cool if you wanted to do that for whatever reason. It's more of a proof of concept with this thing that you can use an elliptical with it, Okay, because an elliptical is kind of like bicycle-like and like this together. It's going like this, you know? And since the bicycle works and since this works, an elliptical is going to work. And I just want to show that to you in case you already have an elliptical or that's the machine you like to use. So again, I'm using the katlocos trackers here for locomotion. It doesn't give me full body tracking or anything like that in VR chat. You can use Vive trackers to achieve the same thing if you have Vive trackers. I just don't have the Vive tracker budget. So you would use Vive trackers with Natural Locomotion is the Steam program. I don't know exactly how it works or if it'll work with all this equipment though, because I haven't tested it. I don't have the trackers, sadly. If I somehow get the trackers or I somehow make a bunch of money, then I will get them and I'll make another video. Before I go, I want to tease a little bit of an invention I'm working on right now. Let me know what you think it is in the comments. After seeing all of those options, what do you think is the best option for you? What do you think you'll actually do? And how do you think I can improve upon what I've already been doing? I'd love to know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. Please like the video if you like the video, dislike it if you dislike it, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more weird VR stuff. Thank you.